For those who don't know, Brookhaven updated and released this new house on the right, which is simply gigantic, and it also has several floors. But today, I want to see with you all the secrets that were released. I want to find out where the safe is, and I want to see things you didn't notice. So for that, I called this friend, and he arrived here. He said, "Did you see that you have competitors here?" But I'm looking here, and that's true. We have this other military base, which is hiring several soldiers, including a friend of mine. So much so that the player said, "Form a line of soldiers," and all of them line up, and now they're coming here. They really are my competitors, but I'm going to find out where the safe in the house is, basically to bother these players. But in the new house that was released, we have things never seen before. This kitchen is totally new, and this really wasn't reused from previous Brookhaven houses, because normally when the game updates, they reuse some things from past houses. He even arrived here and said, "But I only want to see the secrets." Since he only wants to see the secrets, he'll have to follow me. And I think I'll start with the door, because this door is really big. So much so that if I take this door on the right and place it right here, you can really see that there's a very big difference. For some reason, the doors in this house are much bigger than normal doors, which doesn't make much sense. But if I come here and then enter this room, we have several weapons here, and we have, for example, this one, which is totally secret, because here it looks like this, and in my hand it looks exactly like this. Now he finally came here to see this secret that was released, but this doesn't make sense. For some reason, this weapon is incomplete. He said, "Could it be a bug?" Look, I'm sure this was a bug, and we also have this other item, which looks different in my hand. Here it looks like this, while in my hand it looks like this. So much so that if I look for it on the right, you can see that I can't find it. Even if I try to apply another texture, it simply doesn't change, which means this item is totally secret. But guys, my friend brought me here, and he said one of them already gave up going to the military base. And I'm really seeing that, and it seems like it's true. A house disappeared from here, and now there are only 3 soldiers, because one of them ended up leaving. And later I'm going to enter their house just to steal the safe. But now, I'm arriving here, and this item also looks different in my hand. I really don't know why so many items look different in my hand. My friend even picked up this item, which also looked different in his hand. I really don't know why this happens. He said, maybe it was on purpose. And what's there on the wall is the old version of the weapons. Look at what he said. It really makes sense. Maybe all the weapons that are here are their old versions, and what we hold in our hands is the new version. So all of this here is outdated. This is also outdated, and this is also outdated. This is the only part that is updated. But there's also this new floor that was released, which also has secrets. So I'll have to come here and go up here, and I can choose 4 modes. We have the empty one and several others. But if I choose the empty one, I can grab this item on the right and choose exactly this item. Now I'm going to be able to place new targets around the area. So I'm going to place as many targets as possible. Perfect! I placed several, and this is actually really interesting. But my friend arrived here and said, place 2 targets, one in front of the other. Okay, I'm going to do that, and I think I already understand what he wants to do. So much so that I placed 1 target here, and now I placed another, and my friend apparently wants to see if he can hit 2 targets at the same time. Now he finally threw it, but it didn't work very well. So now it's my turn to try that, and it's really impossible to hit 2 targets at the same time, even if they're right in front of each other. I'm going to hit right in this part, and it's really impossible to do what my friend tried to do. He said, "Wait, I had a genius idea." Look, I don't know what idea he had, but he placed this item here and placed another one right here. So I'm going to try to hit right in the middle, and it didn't work. Really, the idea he had wasn't very good. But for those who don't know, this place gets much more interesting at night, because during the day you can see everything, but if it's night, everything will get really mysterious, and you'll need the flashlight on the right to be able to see anything. He said, "Let's play at night then." Okay, let's do that. But now, I'm going out back here to see more secrets, and this shows what's down here. This says that down here there's this floor, and also this other one, which has some pretty secret things. But if I go down here, we have this really interesting place where I can simply train. So I'm going to switch the item on the right, and I'll have to grab exactly this item. I even grabbed the new item that was released, but my friend grabbed this item that basically has the same color. You can see that there aren't many differences, and one of them is yellow, and the other is gray. But I'm going to start the game. So I press this button, and now I'm going to have to hit everything. I even had a genius idea. I'm going to start hitting everything quickly, because that way I'm going to win very easily. But I accidentally ended up losing a few seconds, but I'm sure I'm going to win this. And I finally finished this, and my score was really high. I got 31 points. I really did very well. And he said, "I'm going to do way better than you. Want to see?" Look, I really do. And I'm sure I'm going to win, because he's going to have to beat me. But I doubt he's going to manage. So while he's playing here, I'm going to test this other part. Here, for those who don't know, there aren't many secrets. We have this button that brings this item closer, or even farther away. And if I hit this item while it's moving, these bullets will basically start flying. And I'm going to do it again. Perfect. I'm hitting this, and you can really see that it got pretty interesting. It's a really interesting bug that literally made it into the game. Now I don't know what my friend is doing, but from what I noticed, he's grabbing several items for when he runs out of bullets. He simply grabbed 3 items. Guys, I didn't think he was going to do that, but he's really prepared to start this. Now he's going to start playing this, and he actually started playing really well, and he's doing way better than I expected. You can see he now has 18 points, and he simply got 53 points. He simply did really well on this, and he used all the weapons. I don't know how he got 53 points in this Roblox game. So much so that he's staring at me here and said, just don't hit the innocent ones, it's easy. And that's interesting to know. Apparently, I can't hit the innocent ones because this player is evil, and this other player is also evil. But this one is good. Now it makes more sense how he got so many points. But this military base is really weird. Several players are watching TV while my friend is cooking food, and I'm going to want to grab their safe just to bother these players. And my friend said, but there isn't even a safe in this house. Look, actually there is a safe, and it's exactly in this part. But to get to this safe, I'm going to have to press a secret button. But I'm not finding this secret button, and it looks like it's hidden somewhere. So I pressed this button, and now I managed to access this secret place. And he even tried to come here, and simply couldn't. Now in this other place, for those who don't know, there is absolutely nothing. But here we have a really interesting safe that I can simply steal from the house. But obviously this house is mine, so I'm not going to take it. So much so that my friend came here and said, let's infiltrate that military base and get their safe. Okay, I think that's going to be interesting. Even while I'm entering their house and stealing their safe, I'm going to take the opportunity to test all the secrets. So I'm going to have to get out of here, especially because I already made my avatar. My friend has to make his avatar, and he went through the wall. I don't know how he did that, but now I'm going to get out of here, and if I turn off the light, it looks like this. Everything gets really dark, and it's very interesting to grab this item, and then grab this flashlight on the right to simply hit all the targets. That's really much better. It's a training to do at night. So now I'm going to have to go up here, because I have important things to do, and my friend is coming here too. But it looks like he stopped here, and he probably wants to see what this button does. Here we have several interesting effects, and I'm going to press several of them just to see what happens. You can see that now the light turned off, and the house is completely flooded, and it's also on fire. And if I go down here, everything here is underwater. He said, this is Navy training. But guys, there really is a lot of water. Up here it also started to catch fire, and the training really improved a lot, because now it's more realistic. But I'm going to activate other effects to see how it looks. Perfect! I activated several effects, and now there's smoke coming out of here, and down here there's no smoke. But a ghost was supposed to appear here that literally didn't appear. Actually, the ghost appeared right here. But now we have to invade the military base of these players just to steal their safe. So I'm right here, and we're ready to do this. And we have to invade this military base to eliminate the competition, because there can only be one military base here, which is my base. He said, let's just go in, get the safe, and leave. Okay, let's do exactly that. But one very sad thing that happened is that they released an amazing military base, but didn't release new vehicles on the right. They really should have, but that's not what happened. So now I'm waiting for the players to come meet me. And finally he came here and just opened this door, and I want to see if he's going to hire us. He said, come in, you are soldiers now. And I thought maybe there would be training to do this, but it looks like we were already hired. He's even coming here to show us the military base, and he actually came right into this room. So my friend is finally coming here, but I think he's thinking of going down here, but he shouldn't get the safe yet. I came here to call him, to stop him from getting the safe. So much so that now he came back, and he still can't get the safe, because I want to get the house safe together with him. A player arrived here, and is staring at me, but he said, welcome. Look, thank you very much. I thought maybe he was going to ban me because he thought I was an imposter, but that's not what happened. Now I'm coming here, and my friend also came here for us to sign the contract, where we're going to become real soldiers. But guys, my friend here, he just works. He works all day, while these players do nothing. They're just watching really old movies. But I want to see what this player has to say. Now he grabbed the papers, and said, welcome, it's forbidden to be a noob. And it seems like that's the only rule in the base. Look, that rule is really weird, and I also don't think it's very fair. It even seems like that was literally it, so much so that he left. And that was really weird, because he's coming here, and now he's sleeping. And this player is really weird, because he only sleeps, and this other player also only watches TV, while my friends do everything. So we have to get revenge for all of this that's happening, and my friend is going to help me do that. I said, I'll get the safe, and you bring someone to get banned. And he's going to have to take someone down there, because I'm going to get the safe, and right after that I'm going to disappear. But the person who is down here is going to be banned, and apparently, he understood that. Now I'm going to get out of here, and I'll have to get this safe quickly by pressing this button. But I'm pressing this button, and it simply doesn't open. If you're not the owner of the house, you can't open the secret door to get in here. So here on the right, I'm going to grab this bed and go through the wall like this. And that finally worked. But now I'm going to get the safe, and I'm sure he's going to be really mad. Perfect! I finally got it, and I'm really rich. But my friend still hasn't brought the players here. Actually, he went downstairs and hid back here. And this other player came down here, but he doesn't know what happened. Now my friend teleported to the upper floor, and he was really smart, but this player doesn't know what's going on. He's really confused. Now this player is coming here, and if he goes down here, he's going to think it was this player who did it. So much so that he got right here, and now he was simply banned. This soldier is really weird. Now I'm going to get out of here like this, and he finally realized what happened. So much so that he's trying to hit me, and he really almost hit me. Maybe this is bad. So I'm going to have to run out of here, and he really tried to hit me several times against the wall. Now I'm crouched here, and he's going to have to figure out which one of them is me. So much so that he's looking back there, and he finally realized that this is me. But here on the right, I'm going to press the teleport button, and I finally disappeared from here. And now I'm free, while the player is looking down here, trying to figure out where I went, and he's really trying to find out where I am in his base. But guys, now I want to see with you some other secrets that were released. And my friend finally teleported back here. But for those who don't know, if I grab this item, we have several new items that were released. This is the innocent one, and it's the person I can't hit, and my friend ended up hitting him. My friend really doesn't know how to tell which one is the bad player and which one is the good player. Here we have this one, and also this other one, where these two are bad, and my friend only hit the one in the middle. I really don't know how he beat me in that last game, because now he only eliminated the innocent one, and actually he eliminated everyone. And that was really weird, but I'm going to teach him how to play this. So I'm placing all the targets back here, and he's supposed to hit all of them except the one in the middle. Now he's aiming here, and he finally hit it. He didn't hit the one in the middle. Actually, he ended up hitting it, but I had a genius idea, because in that game he played, if he hit the bad players, he would earn points, and if he hit the innocent one, he would lose points. So I set up a scoring system, and if he hits this thief, he gets 1 point. If he hits the criminal, he also gets 1 point, and if he hits the innocent, he loses a lot of points. Now he finally hit it, and he really managed to win this. But he's looking here, and said, "It's because you didn't explain." Look, I actually explained it several times, but now he finally understood it. Even this friend of mine is coming here, and I don't know what he's doing, but he grabbed a sword and is testing something different. And unfortunately, the sword doesn't work. So much so that he grabbed the bow, which apparently doesn't work. So he shot it right in front, and the target didn't fall. You can only knock down the target if you grab a gun. So I'm going to place a target right here, and I'm bringing everyone here in front to do a test to see which of us has the best aim. We have to hit the target that's right here on this part of my house, and it's not as hard as it looks, but you can't use a sniper. So I got right here and just grabbed this new item. Now I'm going to have to hit this player here, which is going to be pretty hard. And they're also here. So I'm going to let this friend of mine start. He's aiming this bow, and he shot right there, but it looks like he didn't hit anything. So he left, and this time this other friend of mine is going to do it, and I even want to see if he's going to hit it. So much so that he's aiming, and he shot right there in front, and he actually ended up hitting it. That's really impressive. He said, "I'm going to raise the challenge." And for some reason, he flew away, and I don't know what he's doing, but he got a mansion where he can get the plane, and I think I already understood what he's doing. He's going to take this plane and ask me to hit the target, but while on the plane. Now I'm aiming at this item right here. Now I shot, and I actually ended up hitting it, but now he's coming here because the challenge is going to get harder, and he's going really far away. Now we're really far, and I can't see the target, but you can see that my friend is right there, and he placed a new target. Now I'm going to have to jump out of the plane and basically hit it, but it's going to be very hard. So I'm going to have to hit a target that's in the middle of nowhere, but I'm going to try to hit it. So much so that I'm aiming here, and now I hit it. I actually managed to hit that. Even my friend is looking here, not believing that I actually hit it. And guys, if you want to add me on Roblox, just click the Become Member button, and I'll add you on Roblox.